Hey guys, Jason Leeno here. So today is going to be my second Q&A on this channel. Had the free time, had some extra questions, dropped some stuff on social media, and actually got some answers. So let's get started. Easiest and most difficult thing about living vegan? Well, easy is, quite frankly, I eat vegetables. So I don't really have to cook my food. It's really convenient. If I want hot food, I stick it in the microwave for a minute or two, and that's pretty much that. I don't have to really worry about salmonella or anything like that, and it's really convenient. I'm not gonna lie. Makes life a whole lot easier. Let's see, what was the second part? Oh, most difficult thing: going out to restaurants. Honestly, it sucks. 9 times out of 10, I'm usually eating a salad or French fries. Unless I go to Harvey's, then I stuff my face because they have a veggie burger and it's 100% vegan. So, go being Canadian, right? Let's see, what do we got next here? First initial steps you would recommend for someone starting in powerlifting. Don't rush, I'd have to say. Just take your time. Because quite frankly, time is key. You can put as much effort as you want into a lift, but if you didn't put that time in, you're not going to get the lift. That's as simple as that. I've learned that the hard way, and quite frankly, no one else needs to learn that. See. What is your end game for powerlifting? Let's see, it goes on about, aspirations of where it could go, competition, health icon, question mark. I'm assuming that's basically where do I think powerlifting could take me? I don't really know. Quite frankly, I'm just doing it for fun. I kind of like lifting heavy weights. But let's see where I want to go in powerlifting. Well, first off, I would like to compete. That would be my initial game. I've always wanted to compete, but like I said, I've hurt myself in the past. So definitely would be the first thing I'd want to do. And then probably, surpassing obviously just your generic powerlifting competitions provincially. Maybe hit national level. That'd be kind of cool. And then maybe start breaking some records, whether they're provincial or national. And then maybe even getting elite status. I'd have to say elite status would be closer to my end game. Don't want to be like, well, obviously it'd be awesome to be the strongest person in the world, but I don't think I'm going to be the strongest person in the world. Just started training for powerlifting about 2 years ago, the wrong way. I'm finally doing it the right way, so it's only been a few months. So I'm not really going to, rush it, but we'll see where it goes. Honestly, as long as I keep improving every time I lift, I got no complaints. And yeah, it would be kind of cool to be like a fitness icon. Maybe that's where the YouTube thing will take me. You never know. But yeah, I'm gonna live my life one day at a time and 1 pound at a time, really. What we got next here? What would you do if your audience grew by 1 million subs overnight? Never really thought about that. Quite frankly, I'd probably shit my pants. Like physically, I'd probably shit my pants. Considering I'm only at 20 subscribers now, or 24. So if I grew up to 1 million in a night, I would probably throw a party and invite as many people that wanted to come off my subscription list, and would go from there. I'd probably be bankrupt after it, but you wanna know why not, right? You only live once, and if 1 million people literally were like, "Hey, this guy's awesome," I might as well just prove that I am, right? Let's see. What you watch, read, listen to for inspiration? I don't really read for inspiration. I'm more of a visual kind of guy, so I'll pretty much just go on YouTube and I'll watch people lift. Usually, obviously, elite guys, so there'll be like Mark Bell, we got Dan Green, anybody in the Lillybridge family, and any of those guys, pretty much really anybody. I'm missing so many people because I don't really pick specifics. I'll usually just look at like a collab, something, just something awesome. Because even though powerlifting is a competitive sport, we're all there to cheer each other on. Everybody wants to see somebody do something amazing. Like, let's be honest. I'm not going to get upset if I go and powerlift and I only pull, we'll say, like 450, and a guy who's my weight pulls 600. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be like, "Oh man, that sucks, you're a dick." I'm going to be like, "Fuck yeah, let's keep this game going," right? So I think just that atmosphere, whether like in the videos, that kind of gets me going. That or a Rocky movie because well, let's be honest, who doesn't like Rocky? And I do got a tattoo of him, so that kind of explains itself, right? What do we got going here? What particular tools do you use for your fitness? Apps, systems, plans? Question mark. It's pretty simple actually. If you didn't know, I am currently doing the Blevins Campbell Special training program, and it's actually awesome. I'm doing videos about it. You should check them out. And if you don't want to check them out, you should join. Because quite frankly, like I said, it's awesome. It's a DUP training with RPE and AMRAT principles. We're actually just finished our first 5-week block. We're accepting more people, I believe, for the next 5-week block. Go down below. Sign up. Why not, right? But other than that, honestly, I don't really use much. I'm kind of like, I look at it more of a old school raw style. So I usually just use a belt and some chalk. Every now and then, maybe some straps and wraps, but mostly just a belt and chalk. Nothing really fancy. Don't track my macros. Don't really do any of that. So don't really need the point of an app. If you didn't have your current job, what would you be doing? Probably crying. I need money, for rent and life. But I'm assuming if you mean like if I could pick a job, if I could probably start over, I'd probably actually finish high school. And yeah, that's right, I haven't finished high school. Shut up. And probably do something geared a bit more towards like health and fitness, whether it's strength training or like a nutrition coach or something like that. I think that'd be kind of awesome. Let's see. Favorite place to be in the world? Don't really know. Haven't really left Canada. It's pretty sweet. Can't complain about that. But honestly, if I had to pick something, I'd probably pick like Tokyo, Japan, something crazy like that. Their culture is on a whole different scale than us. It's a whole different level of awesome over there. I'm a big fan of anime. Loves, fancy, tricked out cars, things like that. I think that'd be kind of sweet. And, quite frankly, who doesn't like to eat crazy foods? I wouldn't be eating like fish heads because I eat vegetables, but I'm sure they have some crazy vegetables too. Best vegan recipe. Oh, that's kind of funny. More food. Who would have guessed? I don't really follow recipes actually. I usually just take my trough, aka Tupperware dish, and fill it full of food that I know that I need to fuel. But if I have to say anything, it would probably be something I consider like a snack for me or a cheat meal, if you call it. I don't really do cheat meals, but would be my like bean quesadillas, and it's pretty simple. So you just either get like a flatbread or a tortilla, and then you mash up a quarter cup of beans, whether it's black, whatever kind of beans you want, and an avocado. Put a little bit of green onion in there, and that is your filling. After, of course, you put some cheese on it. I usually use Daya because the soy cheese usually tastes bad to me. Daya is pretty much like solid cheese whiz. It's kind of weird, but it's delicious. Either way, and then so that's the filling. Then I'll just put it together, put some olive oil on it, fry it up in a pan, and then just slather in salsa. It's freaking delicious. That's what I'd have to say recipe wise. Other than that, it's usually the Tupperware trough. Let's see. Best human guinea pig moment. Stuff you did that didn't work, so how others don't have to like a bad workout technique or else. So, I don't really know if I read that right, but I'm assuming it's what did I do wrong that I realized differently? Like, basically, what did I do wrong that could help others? I would have to say probably not doing proper form. So, like, lack of range of motion, things like that. So, I'll give you an example. Back in high school, I used to curl. I used to curl like this, right? And then when I benched, I used to bench like this, right? So essentially almost like quarter of the movement. And quite frankly, if I probably did full range of motion with like a bit better technique, I probably would have liked working out a lot more because I would have seen a lot more results. And I probably would be in a different place than I am currently today, strength-wise. So don't be afraid of just a full range of motion. Even like a 3/4 range, get a pump, do some bodybuilding stuff, but definitely don't chintz on the technique because it will definitely bite you in the ass. Favorite concert? That's actually easy. Perfect opportunity. Steel Panther. Steel Panther, for those that don't know, is a basically kind of cover band style of a hair metal band. They dress like they're right out of the 80s. It's awesome. And quite frankly, they're funny. They are crude as hell, and they're full of laughs, but they actually have talent. So I definitely recommend checking them out if you have the opportunity, because they have one hell of a live show. Just recently saw them in Barrie, and it was in a bar. I thought it would be bad, but it was literally one of the best concerts I had. They have so much, like, just passion, which is weird to say, passion to what they're doing. Even though the concert was small, it was hopping. Everybody was dancing from front to back, and quite frankly, there was a lot of tits and ass. And if you are a guy, I'm assuming you like tits and ass. So definitely, if you don't want to see their concert, at least check out one of their songs. Glory Holes is phenomenal. Asian Hooker's kind of good too. But yeah, I'll stop there before I start offending people. Let's see. Oh, lovely. You went to sleep. All right, let's see. We'll wrap this up soon here. If you could meet your #1 YouTube fan in real life, what would you tell him, her? Well, it's definitely a him. And what would I tell him? Tyler, cut back on the coffee. Start drinking water. For the love of God, man. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Gym trade secret. Best time to go. Any gym workout related secrets. There's really no secrets that are to working out. Just go. That's good. Do a good range, do like a good exercise, get proper range of motion, good technique. Really no secrets, kind of common sense. In my opinion, best time to go is later, because only the serious people will be there and you will have a full stomach. At least that's how I train. And let's see, let's finish up with one more. This one. Oh yeah, this is perfect one to finish up with. Alright, so this is going to get a little serious here, guys. Get ready for it? Words you would tell your younger self if you could. Well, quite frankly, I would go up and I'd say, little Jay, as hard as life may seem, trust me, it will get better. And the reason why I would say that is because, like most, I didn't have the best, we'll say, upbringing. Not saying mine's any worse than anybody else's, but everybody's opinion is different, right? So here's how it kind of looked out for me, or looked like for me, I shouldn't say. So growing up, I was, we'll say, on the rougher end of the tracks. Grew up in a poor family. Dad was an alcoholic. That's obviously why we didn't have a lot of money. My mom was like an old-fashioned lady. So what the man said, the woman did. So she never really stood up for herself. Didn't really, stand up for me and my brother. By no means like was it abusive or anything, but we didn't have a lot of money and didn't have a lot of the same opportunities that most people did. So naturally, going through school, we got made fun of a lot, which naturally brought some insecurities. It was hard making friends. We had friends, but it was hard making friends. It was hard holding relationships or even getting in relationships. And we just didn't feel good. Or at least that's how I feel about us. I don't know my brother's opinion on it. I don't really like to talk about it, but I didn't really feel good about the situation. I felt really insecure. Felt like I wasn't going to make it really anywhere in life. Kind of just, to be honest, assumed I would, end up like my dad. And quite frankly, I didn't, because in the end, I don't know what clicked, but it definitely did. And I've come a far way. Like, realistically, I came from something that may be considered a broken home to living on my own with my beautiful loving girlfriend, own my own car, have a decent amount of money, never really have any issues anymore, and I'm not just some crusty drunk. I'm in shape, and I live a phenomenal life. So basically, the story here is, no matter how shitty life is, you just got to get up and you got to keep fighting, because it really will work out. I didn't give up, even though there was times I really wanted to. Trust me, it turned out really well for me. I can't complain whatsoever. You know, I went from being this awkward, you know, poor nerdy kid that kind of just sat at home doing nothing, and turned myself into, you know, this in shape, responsible, sweet dude to talk about myself. So yeah, pretty much just I would have to say, just don't worry about it, because it really does get easier. And not just to me, anybody who experiences any kind of, you know, shitty life or anxiety issues, it's not that bad, honestly. Don't give up. Just keep fighting, because in the end, it will work out if you truly, truly want to change it yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, before it gets a little too emotional here. So yeah, do me that favor, go down below, drop me some comments, because I would definitely love to hear what you have to say. Moments like this is fun. Being able to share my life with you, you know, it's kind of nice. Let's be honest. Didn't think people would actually want to listen, but apparently they do. So do me that favor, drop me those comments, and also hit the like, share, and subscribe. Spread that love, and I'll see you guys next time.